this. The 5th greatest moment in ticket history.
We were talking with the #1 cop in Dallas, #1 cop, the commissioner, chief of police, David Kunkel. What, do you like this gig?
No, I love my job. It's,
that wasn't the question. Do you like your job?
no, I said, maybe I didn't answer the question.
Okay. I mean, do you like being chief of police?
God.
So many elements. Okay, so this happened around 5:20.
First of all, I'm the only one up here that got to see this live. Ty, were you there, or was Kevin doing tickers then? Okay.
Yeah,
And
so what were you doing?
Trying to put my mouth closed. I couldn't believe it, and I don't know who was more uncomfortable, me or Chief Kunkel, but that was one of the most singular, surrealist moments that I've ever experienced up there.
And so I envisioned Chief Kunkel at the time, right after that, kind of looking around for cameras or something. You know, like, what just happened? What the hell just happened to me? So we're on vacation. I am with my family. I think my kid may have been like 1 or 2 at the time, and we had taken him to the beach for the first time. So I'm literally on the beach and had the old flip phone, and I can't believe it. I was sitting down in like our beach chair or whatever, and I saw my phone buzzing, and it was Danny. And I'm like, what the hell?
Are you calling me?
Yeah, something must have happened or whatever. Well, I didn't answer the phone. I'm like, man, no, that's okay. 5 seconds later, phone rings again. It's Danny. I'm going, oh my God. So I pick it up. I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on? He goes, oh my God. Oh my God. I go, what? He goes, I don't even know where to start. So he tries to tell me the story, and I'm just like, what?
It doesn't make sense when you try to explain it to somebody.
You have to hear it, and it was all I could do. I was dying to hear this audio, and of course, I've heard it 738,000 times since then, but every time, if you listen to it, there's something new.
Yeah. Can we hear it again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen for the nuances.
We were talking with the #1 cop in Dallas, #1 cop, the commissioner, chief of police, David Kunkel. What, do you like this gig?
No, I love my job. It's,
that wasn't the question. Do you like your job?
no, I said, maybe I didn't answer the question.
Okay. I mean, do you like being chief of police? Okay. What,
Okay.
do you like this gig?
Did we start from the beginning? Can
Yes.
we stop it, Jake? All
Start
right.
from the beginning and notice right away.
There's a double descriptor. He repeats himself, and there's 2 more qualifiers after that.
Well, immediately he gets the police chief's title wrong.
Right.
We're talking to the commissioner, or whatever, #1 cop, the chief of police.
He's just trying to be clever there, though. With that commissioner, you know, they had the police commissioner and Batman.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I think he was lost.
I think he was
I think he was
lost.
totally lost.
No. He wasn't lost. He was just trying to be clever. Trust me on
And
this.
then before the question's even asked, it's what,
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he had any idea what he was going to ask him.
No, he didn't. No, there's no doubt, because that's an automatic identifier of someone who's in a full-on panic. What?
Yeah. Trying to buy 2 more seconds to think of what to say.
Right.
And then I think what happened after that, do you like this gig? I think that he was upset with the question, and he didn't hear the answer. Like, he didn't even pay attention, because Kunkel's like, no, I mean, you know, I like my job. No. That wasn't a question. Maybe I misunderstood you.
Now, see, I have a different theory. I think he knew what he asked, but he was not going to listen to the response, because he had decided going into that question.
But this was going to be a hard-hitting.
It's a hard-hitting question,
right.
and he's going to dodge my question, so I'm going to immediately follow up with an uppercut, and I'm really going to get him this time, and I'm going to corner him, even though the chief answered the question.
Yeah, but
He said, I love my job.
But you're gonna.
How much more clear can you be?
That's the thing. You're gonna corner him with an uppercut of the same question.
Right. So he'll answer it differently.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think he heard the answer. So
Right.
I think he's trying to be real hard-hitting, investigative, journalistic
Yes,
Grego.
yes, I agree. I don't think he heard the answer. I don't think there was any way he was going to hear the answer. He was going to cut him off and ask it again.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
like 60 Minutes interviewing Anwar Sadat or something like that, you know? Like it's that important.
but then it doesn't make any sense why he slightly rephrases it. What?
Well, then he had to do it again, though.
He did it
Third
3 times. Now, my favorite is Kunkel going, what? Maybe I didn't. Oh, my God. I didn't understand the question. Oh, boy. Let's listen to some more.
We were talking with the number one cop in Dallas, the number one cop, the commissioner, chief of police, David Kunkel. What, do you like this gig?
No,
I mean-
I love my job. It's,
That wasn't the question. Do you like your job?
no, I said, maybe I didn't answer the question.
Okay. I mean, do you like being chief of police?
Okay, so that leaves the chief to, really all of us, to differentiate somehow between gig and job.
Well, but see,
And then over here, yet to be dealt with is chief of police.
he answered with, I love my job. That wasn't the question. Do you like your job?
So the question got answered before it was even asked.
So maybe Grego's been right all along.
You know what? He didn't care if he loved his job. He
Yeah,
liked his job.
And
That was not the question.
And it's priceless the way the chief echoes what we are all thinking when he says, maybe I didn't understand the question.
No, he didn't either. We're all thinking, holy yes.
And I don't understand how the chief of police's response somehow makes Grego's question wrong.
I know.
You know, he answers the question, no, that wasn't the question. And then, okay, the question was, do you like this gig? But then he rephrases the question, so is that the question? Which is the question?
I don't know.
It's so
It's
confusing.
amazing. And you know
it's
what?
It's a vortex
You know what?
of confusion.
For whatever reason, look, we've lost a lot of audio over the years. We didn't keep his final response.
Which was,
Kunkel's, I don't know. What after do you like being chief of police? I would have loved to have heard that.
that makes this an even greater mystery.
I know. It really does.
And then I do remember talking to Grego about this a couple of times, and I remember saying, what were you thinking? And I remember him just responding, I wasn't thinking anything. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. It's like it's erased from his memory. He has no clue what happened in that minute.
That moment and the Chris Arnold moment of interviewing Chuck Norris are the two biggest time-warpy interview moments that have ever been on this station.
The Walker, Texas Rayleigh?
Yes. Yeah. I don't even know if that actually wasn't on the ticket.
Yeah,
so
it was on a
yeah,
Mavs game.
yeah, it was on a Mavs game. But that one right there is equal to me as far as just confusion and awkwardness.
You know, I still see the chief every month or two probably.
Yeah.
I run into him, and he still says to this day, that was 14 years ago, he says to this day, people will walk up to him and say, do you like your gig?
Yeah.
He will never get away from that.
Never. I mean, that's his legacy in this town. Like, crime started to go down when
Yes.
he took over. Murder started to go down. He did so much good. He arrested so many bad people, you know, under his leadership over a decade run. And his legacy is, do you like your gig?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, there it is. Number 5 on our
Oh
countdown
boy,
of
it's
the
one you never get tired of hearing.
20 greatest moments in ticket history. Moment number 4 coming up next.
Tonight at 7, we pull back the ticket curtain. It's not on the radio, only on stage at Ticket Stock 2014. We'll host Robert Walensky and the Ticket Guys share the most guarded secret stories in ticket history.
Every Lexus certified pre-owned vehicle undergoes a 161-point inspection and comes with roadside assistance and a 3-year or 100,000 total vehicle mile warranty. Where can that take you? And that's just the first year. Get great deals on Lexus CPO models now till February 3rd. See your Dallas-Fort Worth area Lexus dealer.
Warranty runs from date of purchase. Coverage in the continental U.S.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $23 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-916-5635. That's 1-800-916-5635. 1-800-916-5635. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
You may not think of your business as a cow, but you should. In the Old West, cattle were branded, so everybody knew whose cow belonged to whom. If you're a business owner or in charge of marketing, and if your company hasn't been branded into the minds of consumers, you can round up your business and increase your sales by attending a 1-hour free branding seminar January 29th. You'll learn the 4 keys of branding, how to use trigger events to drive business, and how to market your business. And you'll even get a free lunch. To save your spot at this free 1-hour branding seminar, call 214-523-2760. That's 214-523-2760.
Standing 6'4", Alex Chason is an ideal power forward with a scoring punch.
Chason, backhand shot, he scores!
Drafted and groomed in the Stars farm system, Chason is now taking the NHL by storm, using his size and speed to become an unstoppable force.
Get a shot, Chason scores!
Alex Chason's future is now. The Stars take on the Pittsburgh Penguins this Saturday. Get tickets at 214-GO-STARS or DallasStars.com.
You know, back in the day, car buyers looked to car advertisers to help them decide where to buy a car. But today, car buyers look to other car buyers to give them the real skinny. So, let's go online and review the reviews. Says here, I tell everyone I know that my purchase experience at Park Place dealerships was extraordinary. Huh, here's another one. My Park Place salesperson treated me like a king. Oh, wait, buying from Park Place was simply joyous. Wow, sounds like owners of the world's finest vehicles who've been treated like owners of the world's finest vehicles. Well played, Park Place. That's the way you earn the rave in a review. Park Place, 16 dealerships, 1,600 experts in excellence at the intersection of world-class vehicles and 5-star ownership experience. And at parkplace.com.
Test drive stunning models like the completely redesigned Lexus IS. Visit Park Place Lexus in Grapevine and our brand new location in Plano.
Stick it up your tailpipe!
Good and bad news for Tarrant County. This report is service of CrestCars.com. The good news is the trouble on 35W southbound before Everman Parkway has been cleared. The bad news is the stop traffic from Northeast 28th Street. It's going to take more than an hour to unwind. 35W northbound at Western Center Boulevard, an accident causing about a 15-minute delay from Highway 121. Dallas County, 30 westbound at Cockrell Hill, a stalled car still sitting in your right lane. You'll stop and go from Fort Worth Avenue. And the 2 right lanes are blocked on southbound 75 from a wreck at Knox Street. Traffic is stopped from 635. Delays are up to 80 minutes there. I'm Becca with the ticket. Stick it up your tailpipe traffic.
I'm Ty Walker. The Ticket Ticker Year in Review looking at 1994 is next.
Resolve to rid yourself of glasses and contacts this year. At the Booth Eye Care and Laser Center, you can get blade-free all-laser intra-LASIK with the latest IFS laser for as low as $1,250 per eye. Dr. Booth operates several days a week, including Saturday, for your convenience. Call the surgeon who for years has been the most experienced intra-LASIK surgeon in the world. Dr. Booth at 214-328-0444. And remember, Dr. Booth will beat any price on intra-LASIK in the Metroplex. Call 214-328-0444 for your free consultation.
Ticket Sports News now.
Former Cowboys defensive tackle Josh Brent sentenced to 180 days in jail today, just a couple of days after he was found guilty of intoxication manslaughter and the death of teammate Jerry Brown. This ticker brought to you by D&M Leasing and Paula Locksmith, family law attorney. In addition to the jail term, Brent was also given 10 years of probation, could have gotten up to 20 years behind bars. Mavericks finishing up their road trip tonight against the Nets in Brooklyn. Dallas below 500 on the road this year after they lose in Toronto Wednesday. They'll face a Brooklyn squad that's won 8 of its 9 games so far in 2014. It is time now to count down to the 20th anniversary of the ticket today with our Ticket Ticker Year in Review.
The year was 1994, the first year and no doubt most significant year in the history of the Little Ticket. It was January 24th, 1994, when Skip Bayless, a.k.a. Dr. Bay, uttered the first words on the first all-sports radio station in DFW history. On day 2, the station moves to Atlanta, Georgia, as the Ticket guys cover the Cowboys winning Super Bowl 28, 30-13 over the Bills. Emmitt Smith named the MVP. The good times didn't last long. Less than 2 months after winning that second straight Super Bowl, Jimmy Johnson out as head coach of the Cowboys, as he and Jerry Jones just can't get along. Barry Switzer is brought in to replace him. That 94 season under Switzer, a solid one. They go 12-4. They win the NFC East, but would not make it back to the Super Bowl. The Texas Rangers finished 1994 in first place of the AL West, albeit with a 52-62 record. There was no celebration as division winners because the Major League season ends August 13th due to a players' strike, and it results in the cancellation of the World Series. 94 was a landmark year for the Rangers because it's the first season of their new stadium, the ballpark in Arlington, opening up to replace the worn-out Arlington Stadium. It was also the second and final season of Kevin Kennedy as the Rangers manager. The Dallas Mavericks would follow up the worst season in franchise history with the second worst in 1993-94, winning just 13 games despite having two-thirds of the three J's, Jim Jackson and Jamal Mashburn. They each averaged 17.5 points per game, but they can't overcome the coaching of Quinn Buckner, who's fired after his lone season. The Houston Rockets beat the New York Knicks for the NBA title, but Game 5 of the series interrupted on NBC by the low-speed chase of O.J. Simpson. The Pro Football Hall of Famer expected to turn himself into police on June 17th in connection with the murder of his ex-wife and a friend of hers. Instead, he rides around L.A. in a white Ford Bronco for a couple of hours before finally surrendering at his Brentwood home, all of it caught live on TV. Stars wrap up their first season in town in the spring of 94, finishing third in the Central Division and advancing to the playoffs. After a sweep of the Blues in the first round, they lose their second-round series to the Canucks in 5 games. Just 2 weeks before the Ticket goes on the air in 94, figure skating dominates the headlines. Nancy Kerrigan is clubbed on the back of the leg at the U.S. Championships in an attack orchestrated by her rival, the white trash queen, Tonya Harding. Kerrigan able to recover and go on to win the silver at the Olympics. The Ticket lineup at 94 started with Skip Bayless from 6 to 9 a.m., Channel 11's Kurt Menefee from 9 to 11, the Hardline with pretty good odds from 11 to 2, the Musers 2 to 5, and Chuck Cooper's team 5 to 8. Mark Followell and David the Duck Burrow man the Ticket ticker booth, and our longest-running post-game show, Diamond Talk, is born that spring. That's the Ticket Ticker 20 years in review, looking at our birth year of 1994. I'm Rich Phillips, reminding the P1s to B1. Tune us in, turn it up, keep it on Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM. The Ticket.
We're here. Where are you? Get to Ticket Stock 2014 to the Dallas Convention Center. Hall D. Parking is ample. Or take the dart rail right to the front door and come on in. Brought to you in part by Bud Light, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM. The Ticket.
Oh, we were having such a good time during break there.
Yeah, we really were. We're counting down the top 20 moments in Ticket history here on our 20th birthday at the Dallas Convention Center. Ticket Stock 2014. It's brought to us by Phil Dill Boats and Man's Best Friend.
I'm sorry, did you have something to say?
I was going to say Man's Best Friend, a longtime sponsor of the Ticket, and
Yes.
Phil Dill has some of his armada out here today. Some awesome boats that you can check out at Ticket Stock.
What a day.
And we're working our way to the Peek Behind the Curtain, hosted by Robert Wolanski. That is off air, so you have to be here at the Dallas Convention Center to hear that.
Hey, I saw him getting ready backstage.
Yeah?
As a matter of fact, yeah, he had a whole stack of index cards. Every one of them said, "That's terrible, it's terrible, you're terrible, the station is terrible."
So let's hope he brings a little more to the party than that.
I have a request to make before we get to this. I need a hot girl to give me some lip balm. Does anybody have any lip balm? And
just get some
you're a
chapstick.
hot girl. Well, it doesn't matter. Chapstick is lip balm, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. But why don't you call it?
Thank you, ma'am.
When we say lip balm, I envision like a lipstick kind of looking thing, where she's gonna.
Well, preferably it is. Do you have lipstick? I would prefer that.
All right, Gordo's gonna put on lipstick. Watch this.
I'm not gonna put on lipstick. Believe me, I have lipstick on me right now.
All right.
It's in a ring formation inside my pants, though.
Well, I'm glad we delayed the number 4 on the countdown for that, so Gordo could get lip balm. We get to number 4 on our list, and that is the Lee Corso versus Dan McDowell fight. Don't we all enjoy that?
Oh, my.
Okay, now this one is not one of the ones that make you tense, right? Jeez, guys.
Now, Pop, I don't think this is as funny as Moron Dog. I think it's very funny, very controversial. There's a lot of tension in this.
but personally, I enjoy Moron Dog more. This is pretty awesome, though. This is another playlet that Gordon and I do off air all the time.
I think it works.
Each other at church.
Does it work its way into live spots?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think that this one is amazing. I may put this one up above Moron Dog.
Really?
Actually.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, this one I don't think has been, I don't think Moron Dog was Zapruder filmed as much as this Lee Corso was.
Maybe not. Maybe not. And this is, I think, where we got the phrase shake voice from.
Yeah, because Dan had shake voice.
Dan and Lee Corso started going into shake voice because they were both emotional and upset.
Mutual shake voice.
Yes. So this is you guys at the SMU Athletic Forum, right? Is this where this took place? And this is Lee Corso from ESPN, Game Day. A guy who does all sorts of bits on ESPN. At the end, he's putting on a headdress. He's putting on a bulldog head of the mascot of the team that he picks. He's all about having fun.
That's important to note, I think, going into this.
Yes.
Yeah. He's the big guy.
He's the big guy.
The other guys are breaking down the game.
Right.
He's doing a bit.
And this is one of those things, I swear, I still to this day cannot understand how he gets offended by this and how this even happened.
Yeah.
Dan was so wronged in this. It's amazing how wronged you were in this, but thank God you were, because we got things such as, it's your show. It just says in the middle of it for no reason. God, that's so much troll
to help you show. Yeah, and then we really exaggerate Lee Corso in our plays, you know. He's like, well, I'm just trying to help you show.
That's all I'm trying to do is help you show.
That's Tony Bennett.
He's Tony Bennett all of a sudden.
Yeah, turned into Tony Bennett.
All right, so let's listen to this delicious audio clip of Bob and Dan and Donnie. Were you along with?
No, that's before me.
Did I get that wrong?
I got that wrong, I guess. Guess not, Coach. All right, so let's give this a listen. Lee Corso and Bad Radio.
One thing led to another. Then he calls me up about a year later and said, "You ain't gonna believe what I'm gonna do." I said, "What are you gonna do?" He said, "I'm posing naked." I said, "You what?" He said, "Yeah, I'm posing naked in Cosmopolitan." I said, "You're crazy." He said, "I gotta do something, man. I'm starving." What happens, if you remember, he was the first guy basically to ever pose nude with a cigarette in his mouth in Cosmopolitan, and one thing led to another. Gunsmoke led to this thing, and and pretty soon Dan August, he became a detective, and one thing led to another. He became, at one time, Burt Reynolds was the leading movie star in the world, 5 straight years.
And not a lot of people know this, but Lee Corso was actually the second person to pose nude, correct? Or did I read that wrong?
I think you read that one wrong.
I won't even, tell you what, I won't even give you the next question.
You laid out nicely.
But I think that it was very sarcastic, and I don't appreciate it. And I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah, because why would you say that here?
Because it's somewhat funny, no?
It isn't funny. It's funny.
It's not funny at all?
No, it's not funny at all. In fact, the people out there that don't know me would say, what kind of jerk is this guy?
Well, wouldn't you think most people listening might know me better?
They probably think you're a jerk.
And realize that
you are
it might be a funny statement?
Well, I think it was a sarcastic statement.
Sure it was.
I'm on your show to try to help you.
Well, we're having fun here, no? You're telling us funny stories about Burt Reynolds, and now all of a sudden it's I'm a big jerk.
No, you are a big jerk because of the fact you take a shot at me.
A shot?
Yes, because you inferred the fact that I posed naked.
And how is that a shot?
Because that's against what I would do.
And it's not a joke then? Wouldn't that be the irony of the whole situation?
Not to me.
That Lee Corso certainly wouldn't do that. Burt Reynolds would. Well, I don't really understand where this is coming from here.
It's your show.
All right, this is Lee Corso.
Well, see, I don't appreciate people taking shots and joking at my expense when I don't do that to anybody else.
Well, I think that's real silly.
Well,
I really do. I don't think that you should be offended at all.
Okay.
And I thought we were sitting here laughing and having a good time.
Well, not at my expense.
At your expense?
Yeah.
I really don't understand how you would say it was at your expense either.
Because of the fact that you inferred to the people out there who don't know me that I would pose naked and do something like that.
Well, I guess I should just thank you for stopping by then.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Coach.
Thanks very much.
Okay, my pleasure.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Coach. You're right, that might be better than moron dog. There's so many elements to that.
And it's just so who's on first. It's like, I can't. These people just are talking past each other. He's making no sense.
No, there's no common ground there. It wasn't fun.
We're telling funny stories about Burt Reynolds, and all of a sudden I'm a big jerk.
It's so funny he had to let him know that he was serious when he said, and I'm not kidding.
And I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Because I didn't think there was any chance he was serious. You know, I mean, I thought he was just trying to yank Dan's
bust him a little bit.
And it makes no sense to this day.
It really doesn't.
I'm on your show.
You know, I guess I should thank you guys for overplaying stuff, because I don't think we've ever sat and replayed that, Bob.
Surely.
Like, that was cool to sit and listen to it again.
It was a long
replay.
No, we don't.
Is this thing on?
Kind of.
It's a little tiny.
The other hidden gem of that is Dan's.
Really?
We got that as a drop there for a while. Oh man, there's a ton of drops in that.
Still, hey, if you're around George or me and you mention the word shot, you will immediately get a shot.
How is that a shot? Really?
Really? We're having fun here now.
No one
to try to help you.
could have taken that as a shot. And I think what I love about that is then the power of the P1.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Well, after that,
signage.
Then the next week, or maybe it was a couple weeks later, there was a sign. One sign just popped up in the background, and where were they? They were somewhere. I mean, they were in South Carolina or something.
No, it didn't make sense at the time. It was too far away.
But someone emailed us that, hey, I'm going to take my sign out to, and I'm going to get Corso back for you. And so he had Corso as a penis, big sign behind him. It made the TV, and then that started steamrolling into a
you are
little
a big
thing.
jerk. I'm not kidding.
A shot.
For a whole year after that, every week, any city that they were in, a P1 would somehow get a sign in there and get it on the air, and we would get a screenshot of it. It was amazing.
It really was.
Really.
Oh, that's so good.
And he's not kidding.
It's so classic.
I believe somebody had a big picture of Burt Reynolds, the posing, but Corso's face on it. Yeah, somebody got that through. So I mean, the P1 is something.
What I remember listening to that live, thinking, "Oh my gosh, what a meltdown!" But I can't remember after you said, "All right, see you, Coach." What did you guys do? Go to break, or did you just sit and go?
We went to break, but then the next segment we did talk about it, how surreal it was. And if you remember this, Bob, I think he might have been with Fowler or something.
Yes.
He was walking by, and a big smile and a wave, like, "Hey guys, hey, I just did the show with you, right?" Like, he didn't think it went poorly.
Hey, there's the guys I just helped this show.
He didn't act like, "Oh my gosh, there's those idiots that were big jerks on the air." He was just happy.
Yeah, it was a really bizarre scenario, even to this day, looking back. You know, I mean, if we would have found out that you put him up to it or something.
That we pranked you.
I mean, it just...
That would make more sense than it being just face value there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because that was pretty much the entire visit. Like, I don't know if there's...
No, that was our shortest interview we've ever done.
But the whole thing was 3 minutes.
It's like the Jay Moore thing. I understand why it got crossways. Comedians are overly sensitive, and you used a word that he didn't know that we use all the time, which was
he used nervous laughter.
Yeah. Oh, no, nervous laughter.
Yeah,
but that kind of, and he was offended by that. But with Lee Corso, you know,
saying that
I know what he said. He shortened the word Japanese to a tremendous degree. And
then did a whole routine on it.
Yeah.
I sit up straight.
Yeah, and so I mean, I understand how that one started. Still don't understand how Lee Corso started. I do like, however, how Bob maintained ultimate professionalism in giving you a time check, basically an identifier of the guest in the middle of it.
It was diaries, you know. I mean, it's just Coach. We're a formatically sound show, if nothing else.
But you know, all of these, there's never been one where you're yelling at someone, is there, Bob?
Have I?
Bob's a professional broadcaster. Well, you're a professional, too.
I'm
ruining
Now, the only
Hold on,
person
dude.
Bob got sideways a little bit with, I think we had T.O. on, and his handler.
Hold on, dude.
Yeah, that's the hold on, dude, because his handler was trying to hurry him up and get him off, and he's like, hold on, dude. And he asked him a question, and then the dude hung up on us. Still very composed, though. Yeah, it was very composed. You haven't gone off the
Was
edge.
guy in the next cubicle yelling, or was that just...
You did kind of tell that guy, hey, I'm not the guy in the next cubicle over, I'm the Efren Herrera or Tony Frisch or whatever that was.
Efren Herrera.
Yeah.
This is not some dude at the next cubicle over.
I'd like to have that one.
I'm sports stir. You are not.
I'd like to have that back. Why do you guys...
That's the best, isn't it?
That's
the best.
Chips?
These chips are the best.
Okay, we got a time, Cat? All right.
We still doing this?
We are counting down, boys. We are going to number 3 next, and this is a classic Nolan Ryan moment that is up next.
Broadcasting live from the AutoNation.com mothership at Victory Park. This is The Ticket. KTCK AM Dallas-Fort Worth. KTCK FM Flower Mound. A Cumulus station. You will not be wanting to miss this, but you will if you're not at the Dallas Convention Center tonight at 7. We pull back the ticket curtain off air, but on stage, as our 20th birthday continues at Ticket Stock 2014.
I'm Randy White. And I'm Drew Pearson. If you're looking for a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, come score a great deal at Dodge City of McKinney.
Hurry into Dodge City of McKinney or visit DodgeCityofMcKinney.net during the Big Finish event and check out the great deals like the new 2014 Jeep Cherokee starting at only $23,988 or the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for only $28,988. Looking for something sporty? Look no further than the 2014 Dodge Charger for $23,888.
Come see us today at Dodge City of McKinney. Home of the no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty.
Winter getting to you? Well, come get a peek at spring and a glimpse of your family having the time of their lives. The DFW Winter Boat Expo, the largest boat show in North Texas, is at Dallas Market Hall. A whole day of family fun, plus the latest features, innovations, and on-the-spot financing to help your winter blues float away. The DFW Winter Boat Expo, January 31st to February 9th at Dallas Market Hall. New look, new styles. It's a whole new show.
You know the little sound he makes when he kisses you after a long day. You know his tired walk. You know the song he'll hum as he dresses for dinner. You know the shirt he'll choose, how he'll iron it, and the little spot he'll miss that he's always missed. You know the drink he'll order, the drink he always orders. You know him. Yet tonight, in a restaurant with no land in sight, after a day spent tasting local rums on islands so perfect that all you could do was laugh, he doesn't order his usual drink. He asks to be surprised. And for that moment, he's new to you. Princess Cruises, come back new.
To plan your 7-day Caribbean cruise from just $5.99 leaving Houston, contact your travel agent, call 1-800-PRINCESS, or visit princess.com for details. Terms and restrictions apply. Ships at Bermuda Registry.
Hi, you can't see me because of radio, and I can't see you because I'm totally blind. My blindness doesn't hold me back, but I fight to stay awake during the day because I'm not sleeping through the night. Often I struggle to concentrate and just keep up. Sound familiar? You're not alone. But this is not a sleep disorder. It's actually non-24. Learn about the link between total blindness and your symptoms. Visit learnmore924.com or call 855-856-2424.
At BMW of Arlington, we invite you to get behind the wheel of a new BMW during our Drive for Team USA event. Drive a new, well-equipped 2014 BMW 320i for 36 months for only $309 a month. And with every test drive, a donation will be made to Team USA. Visit us at 1105 East Lamar Boulevard and online at bmwofarlington.com. On approved credit to qualified buyers through BMW Financial Services. Excludes tax, title, license, and registration fees. See dealer for details.
Hey guys, this is Norm. You wouldn't drive around town on a tire that has a slow leak that you have to refill every few days. Why in the world would you do the same thing with your testosterone therapy? You know the drill. Stop and take time out of your busy day, go to the clinic, get painful testosterone shots so you feel good for a few days, then crabby for a few more until you get another shot. It's like riding a roller coaster over and over until you're sick. BioT Medical offers natural, bioidentical testosterone pellets that are inserted in your hip to raise your testosterone levels to optimal levels and keep them there 5 to 6 months. That's right, 2 office visits a year. to any one of more than 200 certified medical BioT practitioners. BioT is by far the safest, most effective, most hassle-free method of testosterone therapy. It is backed by over 30 years of documented medical research. So do what I did and log on to biotmedical.com. That's biotmedical.com and find a practitioner near you. biotmedical.com.
Stick it up your tailpipe.
Trouble continues in Tarrant County. This report is service of CrestCars.com. In Fort Worth, an accident causing about a 15-minute delay on 35W northbound at Western Center Boulevard. Delays beginning around Highway 121. 30 westbound at Cherry Lane. An earlier crash was just cleared. Traffic is unwinding from Hewlin Street. Dallas County southbound 75 at Knox. An accident was just moved out of the way, but traffic is still stopped from 635. It could take more than an hour for traffic to unwind. Collin County in Plano, a stalled car sits in your right lane on the Bush Turnpike westbound at Independence Parkway. You'll stop and go from 75. Traffic is brought to you by Mini. Impatience is a virtue. Lease a new Mini Cooper Countryman for just $219 a month for 36 months, or get 0.9% APR for 48 months. Visit miniusa.com for details. I'm Becca with The Ticket. Stick it up your tailpipe, traffic.
I'm Ty Walker. Mavs face off with this former player tonight. Next on The Ticket.
At Charter Business, we just doubled our internet speed from 30 to 60 megabits per second, and it's still an unbelievably low $55 a month when bundled. Why does this matter for your business? Because in the 4 seconds it took me to say still an unbelievably low $55 a month, you could have downloaded a 30 megabyte presentation with Charter Business Internet. That same file would have taken AT&T over 40 seconds to download. That's 10 times slower than Charter Business Internet. Staring at a download bar for that length of time? Not exactly productive. Obviously, AT&T isn't fast enough. Get the speed and savings you need to power everyday victories. Get Charter Business. Charter Business 60 meg internet is only $55 a month when bundled. Call 855-852-0060 and switch to Charter Business today. That's 855-852-0060. Speed comparison based on AT&T 6 meg DSL internet. New customers only. Restrictions apply.
Ticket Sports News now.
Ticket ticker.
Dallas Mavericks versus the Brooklyn Nets later tonight at the Barclays Center. This ticker brought to you by City Credit Union and the Diamond Doctor. First time the Mavs have been able to face former point guard Jason Kidd as the Nets head coach. Dallas coming off that loss Wednesday in Toronto, another loss in which they had a double-digit lead in the game. Dirk Nowitzki's back in the lineup tonight after getting the night off against the Raptors. Tip-off 6:30 on Fox Sports Southwest. A Dallas jury today sentencing former Cowboy Josh Brent to 180 days in jail, 10 years probation for killing his teammate while driving drunk in 2012. That same jury that convicted Brent earlier this week of intoxication manslaughter for the death of Jerry Brown could have sentenced him to as much as 20 years in jail. Prosecutors telling jurors that Brent had as many as 17 drinks on the night of the crash. A report out today, the Cowboys may be looking to add to their coaching staff. Former Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Scott Linehan apparently could be brought to Dallas to help with play calling. Bill Callahan was the Cowboys offensive coordinator last season, but Jerry Jones saying earlier this week he will not be fired. That is the Ticket Ticker, a service of Ticket Stock. Today and Saturday, get yourself to the Dallas Convention Center for the P1 Good Times, brought to you in part by O'Reilly Auto Parts, the professional parts people at O'ReillyAuto.com. Our next ticker at 6:30. I'm Ty Walker, reminding the P1s to be one. Tune us in, turn it up, keep it on. Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM, The Ticket.
This hour of the Hardline brought to you by Massey Cadillac.
This is Ticket Stock 2014, live from the Dallas Convention Center. It's our 20th birthday party, brought to you in part by Park Place Dealerships and Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM, The Ticket.
It is 6:17 on The Ticket. We're at Ticket Stock 2014. It is our 20th birthday. What a great day it's been today. We are counting down the top 20 moments in ticket history. On this round table, I'm your captain. I'm the Junes. Thank you. Stay seated. Dan McDowell, Gordon Keith, Norm Hitzka's joining me. And I laugh a lot at this job. We laugh constantly during the morning show. And I've had a lot of really big laughs over the years. When I came in the next day after CNN's election coverage, and I couldn't stop laughing telling these guys how funny I thought it was that Wolf Blitzer put the small of his hand in the lower back of Jeff Greenfield to help him up one step on the CNN set. That tickled me, and I couldn't stop laughing. This morning we replayed the a conversation that we had back in 2000 about the Mavericks drafting Bigfoot potentially. And I was laughing really hard. I couldn't stop laughing. But this moment that we're about to play for you, moment number 3, as voted by you, the P1s, as the 3rd greatest moment in ticket history, is my all-time favorite moment at this job for 20 years. I think it's the hardest I've ever laughed. It happened at Ticket Stock, and this is maybe, what, 8-10 years ago at Ticket Stock? Mid-aughts?
That long?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, time gets away from us.
Was Nolan not a part of the Rangers yet?
I don't think he was.
Oh.
Maybe he had just started.
He just begun?
Yeah. I'm going to say somewhere around 2006, 2007, but Nolan Ryan was our headliner at Ticket Stock. And so the 4 of us were on the round table with Nolan. And so over the years, if you've listened to the ticket, you've heard the fake Nolan Ryan, which I think Gordo, I think you do it. And so the fake Nolan Ryan is always talking about his battle with snow monkeys. Well,
based on a true story.
Based on a true story. One time, George and I were you with us?
Yeah.
Were you with us? Okay, the 3 of us were out at the Rangers Museum out at the ballpark, and we were standing there talking to Nolan. We just were trying to make small talk, and we said, well, what have you been up to? And he said, well, I'm working with the agriculture department. I went down to South Texas to research the snow monkeys. And he starts talking about these snow monkeys for about 15 minutes.
It's the most insane thing I'd ever heard.
It's crazy. So Gordo
This is off the air?
This is off the air.
Okay.
So Gordo would then work snow monkeys into all the fake Nolan Ryan bits. And you know, they were crazy. You always had the snow monkeys attacking Nolan. They were warring all the time. All right, so we get Nolan at Ticket Stock, and we get him up here on the round table, and we bring up the snow monkeys, and he proceeds to tell a tale that sounds like it's straight out of a fake Nolan Ryan bit, but it's the real Nolan telling us the craziest story.
And I remember it was a very quick question. It wasn't elaborate or anything.
Yeah, it's not like Jones understood he was about to set up some giant, wonderful moment.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
No.
This was about to occur, did you?
Not at all. In fact, I thought he would laugh it off and say, yeah, you guys are always busting my chops about the snow monkeys, and then that would be it. But I thought we had to bring it up because we had him up here. Well, as he starts to tell this story, I remember specifically looking at Dan, and we were all laughing so hard, we couldn't believe it. And Gordon was almost crying, and I remember Dan just had this look on his face.
I might have been crying.
I think you might have been
I've
crying.
never seen you laugh like that.
And you were giggling so hard, and you had this look of you couldn't believe what you were hearing.
I felt guilty because it was like, you know, when you teach a little kid a bad word and you make him say it over and over again. That's the feeling I had every time Nolan would actually say the word snow monkeys. It's like, he said it again, I can't believe it.
Because it was the guy that you opened the Guinness and you saw his picture. He was the guy that hit 100 miles an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the legend that he was. And then I add Gordo in my head, and there he is. And it's more than you could have even ever made. You know what I mean? It's
not really, but
you couldn't have done him that outrageous.
Yes.
Well, you're sitting there, and, you know, I've done Ranger games. I did 5,000 strikeout. And you think of Nolan as this slow-talking Texan conservatives. You don't think of shtick. Nothing about Nolan Ryan smacks of shtick, and yet he was about to lay up. I don't know.
He didn't know it was shtick, though.
Yeah.
He thought he was just telling a story, and I think for the first time in his life, he's like, man, I'm a really funny guy.
I'm funny.
I never knew I was this funny.
Yeah, and in the fake Nolan bits, the snow monkeys are always jumping all over him or braiding his hair, doing crazy things, eating crazy food. And Nolan proceeds to tell us this true story that sounds crazier than any fake Nolan bit. So as I'm just dying laughing, but I'm trying not to laugh to make Nolan uncomfortable, you know, I'm trying to just, but I'm looking at, not only is the story funny, but seeing everybody's reaction is funny. And so here it is. This is Nolan at Ticket Stock a few years back, when we got him going on the snow monkeys. You did some work over there for US Beef. I know we were talking to you one time. You were big into the agriculture scene here in the state of Texas. And I remember talking to you once about snow monkeys. Do you have a recollection of that conversation? And were you in a battle with snow monkeys, or were you trying to preserve them, or what was the deal?
Well, I was on the governor appointed me to the Parks and Wildlife Commission, and in one of our public hearings, we had this lady that had tried to protect this group of snow monkeys that came in from Japan through Seattle, and they eventually ended up in Texas, and they had a compound down there, and it was dilapidated, and then the monkeys...
The snow monkeys?
Yeah, it was the snow monkeys, and the snow monkeys were starting to escape, and they were getting all over South Texas, and they were concerned about hunters shooting, and so they delegated me as the snow monkey ambassador, and I had to go down and meet with the snow monkey people, and so we drive out on this ranch, and these trees are just, there's thousands of them, and they see this truck come up, and the lady that is the head of the snow monkeys, we drive up there, and these snow monkeys are all, it's kind of like one of these things you see in Africa. They're all over the car and the truck, you know. And she said, well, let's get out. And I said, well, I'm not getting out. And she says, they're all right. And so I reluctantly got out, and when I got out, one of them jumped off the top of the truck on my shoulder and was hanging on. And I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was standing there like petrified wood, and she had these Hershey Kisses, and the reason they were so excited is that she gives them Hershey Kisses, and they sit there and they very neatly open it, and then about the time they get it unpeeled where they're getting ready to eat it, another one will come over and knock them down and pick it up and eat it. Boy, it was the craziest thing ever.
How'd it cut off? That's it? How'd it cut off?
They raised enough money, they got a new compound, and now they have them under birth control, and
That's so great. That's the story of the snow monkeys.
Yeah. And now I'm an ex-ambassador of the snow monkey.
There you go.
Gosh, that is so great.
Yeah, what's wild about that is of course, after I think it was the very first Fake Nolan I did, when I introduced all the crazy snow monkey type story things, and so I would just make up those wild stories, and how in the hell he comes back with one that is basically just exactly like them.
Yes.
That really and truly the snow monkeys create a Willy Wonka type world in which they're battling for Hershey Kisses while sitting on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball thrower's shoulder.
How about every time he said snow monkey?
Oh, yes. It's just a trigger. It's Pavlovian. We just have to start laughing immediately.
And he said that they had a compound.
Yes, they have a compound. They're on birth control.
All over South Texas.
Yeah, they flew into Seattle by way of Japan. They came on down here and built a compound. Makes them sound like Branch Davidians.
Right. The woman fed them Hershey Kisses, which they neatly unwrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then one came over and knocked the other one down.
And is anybody here there? Was anybody in that crowd? Okay.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it startling to I mean, you're looking at Hall of Famer, laid-back, conservative Nolan Ryan. He's telling this story, and you can't believe it.
And you can hear in that replay Dan and Gordo's real high-pitched giggles. They're trying to hold it in, but they can't contain themselves.
No, I think I lost it at just the term snow monkey ambassador.
Yeah.
Like, in what kind of world is that a thing?
And at the end, and now I'm the ex-ambassador.
Yeah. Do we give him credit for his awesome timing there?
Yeah.
You know, he milked the crowd. He waited.
He was a really good storyteller.
I'm telling you, he had no idea why that was so funny. I don't know that he was aware of Fake Nolan at that point.
I think he knew about. He told us before that he had heard the Fake Nolan. Yeah, so I think he knew it, but yeah, I think you're right. He didn't know. He thought he was just telling a great story, and it was.
Do you think he had that prepped in his mind? That he knew he was coming here?
No.
He'd heard the Fake Nolan?
No, I don't think so.
You think he did that just to ad-lib?
Yeah, I do.
Whatever it was really fun.
Yeah.
What does a snow monkey condom look like, Norm? You think that's the kind of birth control they're on?
Probably.
Because capturing them and doing the IUD thing just seems like it's really labor intensive.
Or do you inject something into the Hershey's Kiss?
The morning after pill?
Yes. Every morning you run around and pass out Hershey's Kisses to everybody?
I can't tell you how many mornings I've spent telling a girl, hey, look over there, and then frantically shoving a morning after pill into her corn muffin. That's not a euphemism, by the way.
It was an actual corn muffin. All right.
All right, that's a good way to end this segment. There you have it. The third greatest moment in ticket history. Nolan Ryan talking about the snow monkeys at Ticket Stock. Coming up next, moment number 2.
It's our 20th birthday, and we're partying with you all day today and tomorrow during Ticket Stock 2014 at the Dallas Convention Center.
Hey now, it's Bob and Dan here for Driver Select and DriverSelect.com. Did you know that you can do 90% of the car buying process just like we did before you ever visit a dealership again? Imagine that, and imagine doing it at DriverSelect.com.
I do know that. You know why? Because I did it. Yeah. I bought my last car at DriverSelect.com. I will buy my next car at DriverSelect.com. No negotiation, no driving dealership to dealership. I was in and out of the dealership in about 45 minutes. Go check it out yourself today at DriverSelect.com.
Hurry to Verizon for the trade-in and trade-up smartphone sale. For a limited time, trade in any smartphone and get $100, $200, or even $300 off a new smartphone, depending on the value of your trade-in. Trade in and get phones like the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, now $149.99 or less after trade-in gift card. Or the iPhone 5S for $99.99 or less after trade-in gift card. You can even get the Droid Mini by Motorola, available in multiple colors, free. Plus, get $100 to spend after trade-in gift card. Plus, for a limited time only, get free activation up to $35 value. Trading up to America's largest and most reliable 4G LTE network. That's powerful. Verizon. Visit any Verizon store, verizon.com/trade-up, or call 1-800-256-4646. All devices require new 2-year activation. Upgrade, early termination, and other fees may apply. Old smartphone must be in good working condition. Savings provided through Verizon Wireless Gift Card.
Want an easy way to see if you can save money on car insurance? Well, Geico gives you 3. Call 1-800-947-AUTO, go online to geico.com, or stop by the Geico office nearest you. 3 ways you can save 15% or more.
Don't forget about your financial fitness in 2014. Get a free assessment from DeWitt & Dunn. DeWitt & Dunn specializes in helping people take control of their retirement money, eliminate market risk, and gain long-term financial security. Learn how you can get your retirement in shape with a call to DeWitt & Dunn. 972-473-4700. 972-473-4700. Get it done with DeWitt & Dunn. Online at safemoneydfw.com. That's safemoneydfw.com.
The fact is, you can't make spring hurry up and get here, but you can make sure you're good and ready for it. Get $1,000 off our SX850i Gator utility vehicles and $500 off one family tractors with a purchase of 2 John Deere or Frontier brand implements. Most offers end February 3rd. Stop by your John Deere dealer for details.
Visit Pettit Machinery in Ardmore, Gainesville, Durant, and Hugo, or online at pettitmachinery.com, or find us at myjohndeeredealer.com.
Watch what happens when I need something for business. Say my laptop just died.
Office Max has laptops, tablets, and printers that are perfect for you.
How'd she know? And why is this report in black and white?
Office Max has most major brands of ink and toner at the lowest prices guaranteed.
Okay, I'll go. Right after I clean up these files.
Office Max has cloud storage, so you can be productive on the road.
Isn't she amazing?
If you need it for your business, you'll find it at Office Max, all at great prices. Restrictions apply. See storeofficemax.com for details.
Stick it up your tailpipe.
More trouble in Tarrant County. This report is service of CrestCars.com. Fort Worth, your left lane is blocked by a crash on 20 eastbound at East Loop 820. You'll stop and go from Campus Drive. In Hurst, an accident off to the right shoulder of 183 westbound at 820 is causing delays from 121. Dallas County and Carrollton, the left lane is blocked by a wreck on the Bush Turnpike eastbound at Josie Lane. You'll slow down around 35E. Grand Prairie, a crash takes away the right lane on 30 westbound before MacArthur Boulevard. Traffic is stopped from Hampton Road in Dallas. Delays are up to 65 minutes. Traffic is brought to you by TXU Energy. Sign up your business for TXU Energy Monthly Saver, and based on your usage, you could get up to $50 of free electricity every month, which sure comes in handy those times of year you use electricity most. TXU Energy, 1-866, call TXU. I'm Becca with the Ticket. Stick it up your tailpipe traffic.
I'm Ty Walker. We'll have details on the Josh Brent sentencing next on the Ticker.
Hi, this is Norm Hitzges. For more than 20 years, I've been telling you about the greatness of Bob's Steak and Chop House. And over that time, Bob's has risen to be acclaimed coast to coast as one of the finest restaurants in the entire country. And now Bob's would like to wish a happy 20th birthday to the Ticket, and wishes for a fantastic ticket stock. And for a fantastic cut of beef, you go to any of the 5 area Bob's Steak and Chop Houses.
Ticket Sports News now.
Ticket Ticker.
Former Dallas Cowboy Josh Brent sentenced earlier today, 180 days in jail, 10 years of probation. This ticker brought to you by A1 Air and GenoStem GS6. Brent convicted Wednesday of intoxication manslaughter for the 2012 crash, which killed teammate and friend Jerry Brown. Brent's blood alcohol content more than twice the legal limit, could have gotten up to 20 years in prison. Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett was the play caller in 2012. Bill Callahan called plays in 2013. Now the possibility of a new play caller in 2014. Reports out today that former Lions offensive coordinator Scott Linehan could be added to the Cowboys coaching staff. Tonight in Brooklyn, the Mavericks square off with the Nets. Last game of this 3-game road trip for Dallas. They've alternated wins and losses the last 6. Brooklyn, meanwhile, winners of 3 in a row, 8 of their last 10. Dirk Nowitzki's back in the lineup tonight. He got the night off in the loss Wednesday to Toronto. That is the Ticket Ticker service of Bud Light. Our next ticker at 6:50. I'm Ty Walker, reminding the P1s to be one. Tune us in, turn it up, keep it on. Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM, The Ticket.
This hour of the Hardline brought to you by Massey Cadillac.
We're setting them up and counting them down. Reliving the 20 greatest moments in ticket history on our 20th birthday. See what we're doing there? Keep your ears listening all day during Ticket Stock 2014. Better yet, get here, fool. Brought to you by Phil Dill Boats, Man's Best Friend, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM, The Ticket.
6:35 on Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket, live from Ticket Stock 2014. The Dallas you can make some noise. That's good. We like noise. Thank you.
In fact, make more.
It's a terrible request.
Well, it's a terrible response. That was a terrible question.
What was that?
That was not the question.
All right, so we are down to our final 2 entries into the top 20 moments in the last 20 years. And for those who are just tuning in, it is our 20-year birthday, and we are counting down the 20 greatest moments in the history of this great radio station, this radio institution.
Do you guys think the little ticket is greatness or what?
Such cheap applause.
I think he's drunk.
So cheap. Who's here for Ticket Stock? Okay, a few.
Okay, good.
That's good.
All right. So this is a moment that, a lot of people are newer listeners, maybe within the last 10 years or so, but we do have a lot of people who have been around since day one. This was an early ticket moment in the first couple of years, but it's a moment that people still talk about if you were around and you were listening live on the radio. This is the second greatest moment as voted on by you, Gordo's arrest in Green Bay.
It's unbelievable.
I'm now overlooking Lambeau Field, and I'm the only guy.
So this was 1997?
Yes.
Okay, so to set the scene, Jeff Catlin, who is now our program director. Jeff was the producer of the Hardline back in the day.
Welcome, Jeff, the Catlin.
Thank you.
That's enough. That's enough. More than enough.
Mike Reiner, who was one of the hosts of the Hardline back in 1997.
Sitting to my left.
That's enough.
And the man who was arrested, Gordon Keith, the criminal.
Thank you, America. Thank you.
The man who has a record.
The master of criminal mischief.
The man who cannot outrun that record. He's tried, but he can't.
I was hoping everyone had forgotten about this, to be quite honest with you.
So
it's the only time I've ever been arrested, still to this day. And after I was arrested that day, I really and truly thought I was just going to say, F it, I'm going to get arrested every year for something or another. Because
this went so well.
I'd already broken the Maidenhead, and so it was like, well, what? I don't have a perfect record anymore.
What? All right, God.
What, Mike?
Put these things a little differently, would you?
Well, what did I say that was so wrong?
Don't worry about it. Move on.
He's drunk.
Which one?
This one in the middle. This guy.
Mike's drunk.
No. He's drunk.
Maidenhead is not a bad word.
All right, so
Hyman is.
So they took a trip to Green Bay. The Cowboys were playing the Packers that year. The Hardline takes the trip to Green Bay.
Never mind.
Everybody goes, correct? Kat, you're
Yes,
there.
I was
clearly.
there. Yes.
You guys have been there for how many days prior to this event happening?
We flew into Chicago.
That's right.
And then we rented a car and all drove together up to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Hammer and Mike and me and the Catman.
I'm Cat.
The Catman, that's right, Cat. And so we drive up there. We had a nice evening in Chicago. Everything's going well. We had a nice meal of spaghetti bolognese. And then we drive on
a beer.
And a beer. These are all private jokes that never made the air that we're talking about now.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And then we drive on up and we saw the creation of Red Skies at Night guy. He was created on the ride up to Green Bay. And so we get up to Green Bay and we're broadcasting at this really horrible greasy spoon or bar.
Sports
or
bar.
Sports
right
bar.
across from Lambeau Field.
Right, called the Stadium View.
Now,
For those who may be familiar with the lay of the land up there, I believe it still exists.
Was this Thursday? Did you guys get there on a Wednesday and broadcast on Thursday your first day?
I think we may have had one of the patented hardline travel days to get up there.
Wow.
Greatest scam
Maybe on a
in
Wednesday.
history of the ticket, the travel day.
Hey, too tired after that flight.
Hey, it's too hard to get up there, man.
So
it was a long drive, too.
So you take the wireless out there.
No, I had a cell phone.
Oh, that's right. You had a
The wireless.
Sorry. Forgot it was 1997.
Yeah, I have a cell phone.
And we had no engineer.
And so the idea is as we're broadcasting from the sports bar, it's days before the game, and we're, trying to create something, trying to create a little radio magic. So the idea is born, probably Mike's idea, hey, take the cell phone and see if you can go get inside Lambeau Field while it's empty. And we're just we're just, quarter mile away from it, so I go over
it's
with the cell phone.
It's almost like right across the street, and this is before they really added on to Lambeau Field. Now, you try to get into Lambeau Field, you've got a real task on your hands, but not so much then, right?
No, not so much then. As a matter of fact, I only saw one person. It was this woman who was a security guard, and I said something to the effect of, hey, I'm with the radio. I need to go in here and check it out for game day.
Come on in, sure.
And she said, fine. And I walked in. So in my mind right there, I'm not trespassing. I had gone through the security. I had identified myself as being with radio. You can't get much more specific than that. And so she let me in, and you guys are directing me, and we're having fun. We're just having fun, doing little bits. But the problem was after I got down on the field, I think that's what...
All right, so...
Yeah, once he's inside there, we got to figure out what to do with him. And so we say, why don't you see if you can get down on the field?
All right, well, let's start... Something wrong with my mic here? Okay, there we go. All right, let's start the audio there. I'm not sure where this actually picks things up, but...
Is this all in one part?
Yes, it's pretty edited.
Yeah, because this last...